Come on, struggle, struggle. Oh. Okay. 22 is on the other side of the street, so I might as well go past this opening to the right and take the normal right turn. I'm going to put the map back so I have... I think I know where I'm going most of the time. But, it's nice to have the map there. Oops. And no idea where the entrance to this field is, so... not at this corner. Oh. We might have to track across field 21 to get here. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. And, well, that looks a little bit withered, I would say. It might be ready to harvest. I don't know. Anyway, not our concern today. I don't have a sunflower header or a maize header, so I couldn't harvest that anyway. I've been trying to find a header, a folding corn header, and there was a mod released this week, but it wasn't very big. It's like a 4-meter corn header that folds. It's like, yeah, okay. We could probably get an 8-meter header on our harvester quite easily, probably 12 even. But there aren't, I haven't found any folding ones, at least not generic folding ones. I like the folding headers for this map. So this field's already been fertilized once. I don't remember doing it, so I assume the owner did, or got someone else who wasn't me to do it. And then I think what I might do once we've done this field, I'll go get a thing of stuff, an IBC or fertilizer from the store, and run it through maintenance. We'll take a look what's available on sale today, because that's fun. As I said, the only thing I really want, I want a bigger seeder, and I may look at replacing this tractor with a Series 7 of some type. Just so that because this is actually the smallest engine tractor we have, and if I'm going to have to use it for mulching, I kind of want a little bit more horsepower on it, because I know the Renault struggles, and so having something in the 200 horsepower. If the Renault struggles, this tractor is definitely going to struggle, especially since we've got narrow tyres on it, and to mulch I'm going to need narrow tyres. So it's kind of a case here where I want to make sure that any replacement to this tractor is definitely an upgrade. But there is an issue where some of the Series 7 tractors do not support narrow tyres. So just because there's a Series 7 doesn't mean it's going to be good for us. I know the Deutz 7 is good. That's about 247 horsepower. Which would be exactly what we want in horsepower terms. And it does support all of the rest of the stuff. I've had one with front loaders. Not that we're looking for a front loader tractor. We've got the telehandler, the Milo, so I'm good with that's going to be our lifter on the farm. I believe I've got forks for the Renault, or loader arms for the Renault, but we really don't use that for that task. But we've moved away from loader tractors. It's handy to have one just in case, but more than that I don't see the need for anymore. And it saves, if all our tractors are bought for doing carting and or field work, it keeps the maintenance costs down by not having loader arm attachments on them or anything else that they don't need for the tasks that they perform. So at the moment this is the only tractor with crop sensors. I could get the front weight crop sensors, but this is the only tractor I need. The active crop sensors cost more than the passive ones, but have the flexibility of you can use them on multiple tractors. So if you were going to have two tractors that you could do fertilization with, it would be worth having the active sensors rather than fitting passive sensors to both tractors. But if you only buy one active sensor, then you can only use one of the tractors for fertilizing. So it's questionable as to whether buying the active sensors is a good deal or not. Obviously one thing is we do have issues with weather and sunlight because Scotland, and so to assume we're done, let's fold that up. No, that's the wrong button. That one, that's a good button to press. So yes, the ability to spray at night time would be possibly a useful thing. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So there's a herbicide contract and there is a weeding contract. There's a liming contract. Do I have a lime spreader? Don't have a lime spreader right now. We rented one last year. Oh. So, also a reason why I can't spread lime on the grass field we just bought. But I am going to, as soon as we've done the last grass cut of the year, I will be spreading lime on the grass fields. The fields that we're going to be planting corn in, or maize in, I'm going to wait until spring cut and then spread lime as we're ripping up the grass and planting the maize. And now we will have 2 grass fields, because I had to buy 102 and that turned out to have been a mistake, so yeah, it is a thing. Oh, mind the car. Oh, run the person over. That's a thing. Don't know what that is. So productions in this corner of the map are kind of awkward because we have all these really steep hills approaching them. And the problem with that is the tractors don't do well. I could consider getting a truck and cart. Which would give me something a little bit more... I don't know if it's if a truck would be a little more capable or not, but I like to think that a truck has a better top speed. The tractors tend to be geared for doing field work, not necessarily pallets. Oh, yeah, last time we bought that. That's solid fertilizer. We bought that, which is 6,000 litres, but you can't unload it. That's 9,600. That's 3,200. But you buy 3 of those, you also get 6,000. So it's not a bad. Yeah, there's no saving by buying the pallet of solid, except you can transport that one pallet very, very easily. You can't necessarily transport 3 of these very, very easily. But back the other way, you can't unload the pallet of dehydrated liquid fertilizer into the liquid fertilizer storage tank. You have to basically I would have to load this fertilizer up in order to allow that to happen. Okay, we will jump out here. We'll have the dude come out, check things over. Yeah, we could fix that. We could fix that. We could fix that. And we could check store sales. Okay, so there's a 7R, 133,000 for a 300 horsepower tractor. Oh, that would be nice. Can't afford it. There's a 2-row seating Kubota. Oh, there's one of those windrower things. We used to have one. Not particularly impressive. That's a cultivator, 390 shallow cultivator, 39,000, and 8 meters. It's not big. It does need a lot of horsepower. We converted our cultivator into a seeder. Electric telehandler there. Oh, fast track. 195 to 230 horsepower, so you could get 230 horsepower fast track. got 30 months on it, 29 hours, 84,000. So, so you could get arrows on it. That's nice. It's 195 horsepower base. Oh. 195 or 230, so 8,500 for that. Interior design black, brown, grey. There. Let's have a closer look. So you've got the black seating, you've got the brown seating. I don't think I like the grey seating. Nah, I don't like the grey. Design standard. Oh. Standard. So nothing on the roof, just the flashy lights. Flashy lights moved to the front with a big rack of lights. Extension 1 gives you 2 more lights. And extension 2 moves the flashy lights back to the back. You've got GPS. You do not have the thing. Oh, we could go. Oh, that's a rather bright shade of, yeah, I can see why they want it in black. Yeah, I think the black one looks the best. And if that's not the default colour, it's the default colour for this this sale item. And 1,000 for black wheels. It's kind of fetching, but no, I don't need a JCB fast track, and also it doesn't support the crop sensors. Then we have a cultivator, 5 metre, a wood truck, one of those, that's a compactor. A 109 horsepower, is that all-wheel steer? Can't remember. Forage harvester header for not maize. Silage pusher, one of those. Do I have one of those? I do not have one of those. One of those. I have one of those. Massey Ferguson 7. See, base horsepower is exactly what I would be looking for. Although this one is coming with an upgraded engine, 225 horse. Oh no, 225 horse is the base engine. Oh, okay. Wheel setup. You could get narrows. You could get Continental narrows. Michelin. Woo! Way too narrows. Super narrows. I would go with the Continental narrows. They don't look as silly. Get front loader. You can get the Azaria Pro. You can get GPS. See, something like that would be a good replacement for the Deutz that we have. And it has the 225 horsepower, which means it's not going to struggle quite as badly with the roller. Little square baler, the go wheel, round small bales baler, and a hoe. A hoe, 6 metre hoe. I think my hoe's bigger. Anyway, let's jump back in the Deutz. So I didn't see anything there. The Massey 770, or the 7720, whatever it was. If this tractor was a little bit older, I might consider it. Let's go back to that one. 7720S. It's 27.5 hours, 33 months. It's kind of okay. Let's go back to the farm. Again, I might think about that. That's going to be available, it's lunchtime now. So that will be available till probably evening of October 2. So if I did a bunch of contracts tomorrow, especially baling contracts, I could end up with some enough money to consider a swap out of the Deutz for the Massey. Still want a blue tractor. But also, if I did some contracts tomorrow, maybe something else would come up. Oh, this is lovely. Anyway, let's go and find some fields to do things to. So I did the one on the left. As I said, we're going to chomp through fertilizer on field 100, is it? Whatever this one is on the right. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be a nice lime green colour once we're done. Maybe some darker shades if the soil map is a little different towards the middle. And then we have one more field to do after this one. Then I think maybe I'll call it a day for now. I need to go and take some cough medicine and just give my voice a rest. And you never know, I might decide to the weather warning says cold weather. 39 degrees, that's it goes up to 41, and there is no outlook for rain today, so I could dive down to the basement, get the power tools out into the backyard and cut some wood to length. Then I don't have to worry about cutting it to length any other time. I can just spend time in the basement drilling holes and screwing planks of wood together, which is a far more sociable thing to do when it's cold outside, or comfortable thing to do when it's cold outside. So to get slightly political, I've noticed that the US federal government is looking into basically making gig work, which is effectively self-employed work, technically illegal. You have to be employed by your customer, not by, you can't pay yourself out of the profits of what you're making. And that's kind of disturbing. That is the reason I left England. I had my own computer consultancy firm where, I did jobs for my clients and they would pay me for doing whatever they wanted me to do, and my company would earn money and I would pay myself a fairly reasonable salary, and I was responsible for all the taxes and all the social security payments and everything else. And then the UK government said, no, you should be treated as if you were an employee of your clients, and as such your company revenue is your salary, so you have to pay tax on all of your salary. You're not allowed to have business expenses, which is one of the reasons why, if you're an independent consultant, you set up as a limited liability company, because you have to travel to your clients, you have to pay for accountancy, legal, insurance, and training. And those, when I started my consulting,